yeah, how did you feel when you got back? That's fine.
Oh, well, I must admit it was a shock. And I think it was kind of a similar sensation to surviving cancer, I think, when your cancer treatment's over. I'd been on this wonderful journey. I did, lots of volunteering, and at the end of my trip, I was working with street kids in Cambodia. I'd been to hospices in China, and I kind of came back to normality, and that was a shock because, when I was doing this work and the fundraising aspect, it took a while to kind of get back to normal and start thinking about, okay, jobs, stability, what do I do now? But yeah, it was amazing to reflect upon my trip, and that's the interesting thing. You asked about what things on my list that I'm still to tick off.
Yeah,
I've kind of, I only looked at my list the other day. Since being home, I'm just enjoying being and enjoying life. When I think about all the things I did on my trip, when I reflect on them, I think about the people I did them with rather than the thing that I did, which is amazing. I think that relationships are the key to happiness and surrounding yourselves with good, supportive people. And I experienced so much kindness when I was away. And so, but there was one thing in particular that I really wanted to tick off when I got back, and thing 101 on my list, because I still don't have 101 things on my list. I think it's up to 76 maybe things on there. But I wanted thing 101 to be this amazing, phenomenal thing that I never even dreamed would be possible. And I stayed with so many lovely families and communities when I was away. And I really missed my parents and family a lot more than I thought I was going to. That sounds terrible, but I really missed them and having their support and having them in there in my life. So thing 101 became to have a family of my own. And I didn't know if that was possible, because treatment, and as you well know about this, treatment affects all parts of your body, and fertility is one of the things that it can affect. And I'd had so much over, especially as a child, but again as an adult, I thought there was no chance of having children. But I met the most wonderful girl, and just fell completely head over heels in love. And then last August we had a little boy called Joseph.
Wow.
I know. I just when Jamie told me she was pregnant, I just could not believe it.
Yeah.
It was one of those things I just never thought would happen. And
why did you write that? Why did you write it as 101? When you wrote down 101, put it.
I think the element of family, it doesn't have to involve having children. It can just be finding your soulmate, and that's your family there, or a good community of people. Your network with Trekstock, that's a family, and I think it was just all about that. And then he came along, and it's just, oh my goodness, I can't believe this is happening. And we were talking about gratitude and mindfulness, and you'll be 6 months old in a few days' time, and I treat every nappy change and sleepless night as a complete blessing. I haven't taken him for granted whatsoever, and that's how I really want to live my future and be in that moment with him, and know that I am so just incredibly fortunate to have him and his mum in my life. So,
and I actually really love that about your list, that there's the gap as well, that there are things that are yet to be discovered. I think you
yes, yeah,
and I think that's because if you got to the end, sorry to say, if you got to the end, if you ticked all of them off, I'm sure there would be another 101 things, and that's the beauty of being alive, and that you could find another 101, and also you should never stop living your life. That's what you're kind of saying.
Definitely. I mean, there's things on there that will be forever ongoing.
Yes.
Number one is to help others through cancer,
Yeah.
and I'll never tick that off. I'll just keep doing that. and to stop worrying as much as one.
Yeah.
I think I can tick that off now. But I think because the worries kind of step in every now and again, you kind of think, oh, well, have I? But I have, the life that I have now and the mindset I have, which has been strengthened through experience, but also literature and reading and listening to other people and what they've been through. And for every experience you have, it strengthens your mindset. And it's incredible once you can kind of harness that, not only what is possible, but what you believe is achievable in the future. So now I'm doing everything within my power to try and not have cancer again. So I've changed my lifestyle a lot to try and make sure that I make it the best possible percentage of that cancer will never come back.
So what are the things that you've changed? What's happening?
Oh, well, I mean, I left my job with the police. I think that's the thing, the bowel cancer, the doctors and surgeons said that possibly, there's a good chance that is a result of your radiotherapy. But I didn't really live a healthy lifestyle in my 20s. I worked shifts for the police, so I worked night shifts, weekends, lates, earlies. There were some days in a shift that I'd go without drinking any water. I'd eat, a Greig's pasty in between crime scenes. I'd spend my time sitting in London traffic, half my day in London traffic. I was living on a very busy road in Fulham. I was drinking and not eating healthily. There were so many aspects that could have accentuated that chance that I was going to get cancer again. And now I think I've also kind of moved to the countryside now and doing a job which I just absolutely adore and I love. I eat very well. I've cut down on a lot of things. I don't eat processed meat. I'm trying to unprocess my diet and exercise a lot more to what I can do. Because I can't do what everyone else can do, but I can certainly keep myself moving and exercise and get my blood flowing and get my heart stronger and just alleviating stress as well. When you're stressed, it releases cortisol, which causes inflammation in the body. So if you can do all you can do to try and reduce that inflammation, then your chances of getting cancer again are minimized by a great deal. And I think it's so important for even people who are not going through cancer, just to try and live a healthier lifestyle. And one of the things that comes with stress is worrying about the future. And we all do it. Humans are kind of just, will I do well at work? Will I do this? Am I going to be late? It's all this. And we don't have to do that. We don't have to live like that.
Wow. And you talked about exercise and things, and it's one of the things Trekstock are really looking at recently has been running this Renew program, which is trying to get young cancer patients into exercise again. And I think it's lovely what you said about the fact it is about what you can do, because it is about just easing. I run, and that's my stress. That is how I get rid of stress. That helps so much. But it's one of those things of actually there was a time when I just had to be able to walk, and that was the stress reliever and things. And it's wonderful to hear you saying that about exercise and how that's. What do you do? What's your exercise? What do you do?
Well, I've because they suggested medication for my heart to try and help it function better, because I have low blood pressure as well. But I didn't want to do it. I wanted to do everything naturally. I want to try and take as little medications or treatment as I possibly can. So I do interval running. So I can't run for extended periods of time because my blood can't get back to my heart quickly enough. So I just run for a little bit, walk. I've built a little mini gym if you go to my page, you'll see a picture of my gym. Someone laughed at it saying, you built this. It's really just a mat with a barbell and a kettlebell. But I've got a punch bag as well.
Okay.
And I've seen a CrossFit trainer, physiotherapist to help with my back. And I just do these exercises to get my heart going, but also to strengthen my core. So I'm not going to have that pain that I have in my back. But the main thing is, and it's the easiest thing, is just going for walks.
Yeah.
Just going for a walk every day. it's refreshing, it's good for your mind, it gets you out in the fresh air, it gets your body moving. And if you can walk at pace, great, but if not, just get out there. And that's another thing I discovered was nature, just the power of nature, how that can make you feel better. I just feel so relaxed when I'm there, either in the woods or walking around, sun on my face. Not as much sun usually in this country.
Here, but we do have plenty of houseplants.
Yes,
office plants, that's it. Yeah.
Yes, it does. It makes such a difference, and I think if you grow up in a kind of urbanized environment, you forget the impact that being around nature can have. And it's a stress release, and you're breathing in fresh air, and taking that in. And it's a form of visual meditation as well. Because I struggle with meditation. I do it every so often, but visual meditation, I can see things. When I'm looking at trees, I imagine the air they're giving out, what I'm breathing in, the fact they're sucking in carbon dioxide, taking away. I visualize all this, and that can just make that experience just even more pleasant.
Yes, yeah.
So it's there's so many things people can implement in their own lives that don't take a great deal of effort to do.
Yes, yeah. And finding perhaps those one things like step in, like small steps and things, and so but surely.